All right, when you make your first paycheck in your first grown-up job, it really seems like you've hit the jackpot, right? Until you realize just how much life, aka rent, car payments, groceries, actually cost. So I talked to Tammy Trenta for some practical advice to set graduates up for financial success. Tammy, I wish I would have had you in my life when I graduated from high school and college just to get some good, sound financial advice. Where do you recommend people start when they're graduating? What's like the first thing that they should be doing?
Well, I wish I had myself in my life during that same time. But, this is such an important turning point in people's lives. And when you get your first job and you get your first salary, the most important thing to do is start to figure out how you're going to allocate your budget. So some good rules of thumb are to have no more than 28% of your income be allocated to a housing payment, no more than 10% of your budget allocated to a car payment with insurance. And so those are some good guidelines. If the company that you work for has a 401k, take advantage of the match. It's free money. There's no reason to not do that. And if I could talk to all of the graduates out there that are getting their first job, if you follow a few steps, you could become a millionaire by the time you're 40 years old. And
wow.
Yeah, you just have to think differently. So just don't go into it thinking, wow, I have money and I can't wait to spend it all. Make sure you pay yourself. And that includes the 401k, 10% into a savings account, and then kind of back into, what the rest of your life spending looks like.
I remember getting the first paycheck and thinking, wow, this is great. And it's not even that much money. You don't realize what the real world costs to live. And so by the time you pay your rent, and as you mentioned, the car bill and insurance, then you're at the end of the month and you're like, I'm paycheck to paycheck. I don't think I can cover all of this. How do you feel about credit cards for someone who's just graduating? Should they be applying for them?
Well, I think that anybody applying for a credit card for the first time should proceed with caution. It is not free money. You have to pay for it. And establishing credit is really good and really important if you can be responsible with it. So some good rules of thumb would be to try not to get try not to have a balance more than 25% of your overall credit limit. So if you have a $5,000 credit limit, you want to limit that to, about $1,500 or $1,250.
Yeah.
And so that's good. And make sure you set up an auto pay every month to cover it. You don't want to get into that easy trap to just be paying your minimum balance, but at least setting up an auto pay for the minimum balance prevents you from having late payments. Late anything could prevent you from buying a car or a house. And so those are things that you definitely want to try to avoid.
It's amazing how you can check your credit score now and you have one late payment and what it does to your credit. It's crazy.
It's hard to get off once it's there.
Wow.
And the newer it is, the harder it is. So at any cost, try to avoid making late payments.
Well, Tammy also says, do the math. Make sure you have less going out than you have coming in, that fundamental rule.